Good day. I am Juris Gallos, and today I will be discussing my thesis proposal entitled Proposed Innovation Complex for Philippine Ethnic Textiles. Now, let's have a recap of what we have discussed in the previous presentations. At the beginning of presentation, we discussed significance of ethnic textiles and other relative information about it. We also discussed these problems, issues, and concerns that the ethnic textile industry is facing. Upon gathering information and upon analyzing the situation, it is then realized that these three ethnic textiles from three different tribes are suitable to be part of the project proposal. They are the Tinalak from Tiboli tribe, Tabi from Bilaan tribe, and Inabal from the Bagobos. Here in the slide, we can see the revised site functional zoning, interrelationship, and revised site circulation. Now we will move on to Chapter 5 of the thesis, which is the architectural design translation. In this phase of study, we will be converting all of the data and analyzation that we have gathered from the research into architectural translation. And here's the design philosophy for this project. It is a quote by Robert L. Peters, which states that design creates culture. Culture shapes values. Values determine future. Now we will move on to the design conceptualization. At the upper position of the slide, you can see my sustainability concept, which is composed of incorporating LED lights and compacted sewage treatment plant. The landscaping appearance complements the concept of a leaf. The landscaping is also functionally maximized by being useful as multi-purpose spaces such as park, plaza, picnic area, social areas, and more. The pathways are also designed to utilize the pedestrian circulation in the most convenient way possible. Here is my material concept. In my material concept, I have incorporated the seamless sliding windows, reflective or two-way curtain walls and glass cladding, low-E glass material, aluminum wall cladding, and fireproof curtain door. Apart from this, materials and scheme to be used in the innovation complex will be earth colors and earth texture to emphasize the theme of indigeneity in the building. Moreover, since the textiles are made with abaca fibers, which is potentially long-lasting, the textiles will set as wallpaper in some of the accent walls in the building in order to introduce the ethnic textiles to every person who will be in that place. Now, let's move on to the utility concept. In the utility concept, I have incorporated smoke and alarm detector, dry pipe sprinkler system, and generator set for safe and efficient use of facilities in the innovation complex. Here are the design objectives for this project proposal. First is to have an architectural design that will show the character of the three tribes and will introduce their weaving culture to other people. Second is to bring spaces that will boost the tourism of this place. Third is to create a plan that will consider the architectural articulation of spaces that will bring convenience to its users. Fourth is to design buildings that will have a unifying and harmonious relationship and concept and will represent the advocacy of the project. Fifth is to design an innovation complex that will serve its purpose and will answer the needs of its users. Next is the design consideration. The design consideration are the aesthetics, functionality, circulation, accessibility, safety and security, and landscape. Now we will move on to the translation of drawings. Here you can see it is the site development plan. The site development plan of the proposed innovation complex for Philippine ethnic textiles complements with zoning, site concept, site circulation, and this is intended for the proposal. The designation of buildings and spaces refer to the circulation of flow and behavioral analysis of every user. Here are the perspectives of the site development plan. On the upper right of the slide, you can see the park, which also serves as a big opening and the biggest open space in the whole site. Next, we will move on to the first building you will encounter when you enter the innovation complex, the main lobby. The main lobby is the place where the main entrance and registration for visitors happen. Moreover, it is also the entrance for employees of Innovation Complex and students of the training school in order to maintain centralized security to those who will enter the premise. After you enter the main lobby, on your left side, you will see the cafeteria. The cafeteria is the building where visitors can have their meals. Adjacent to the canteen building are open spaces with allotted umbrella tables for maximization of dining areas. It is also easily accessible to the park for more dining option flexibility. Next building is the museum. Museum is one of the three major buildings in the Innovation Complex. This is where the antiques and collections are located. The museum will showcase various exhibits and displays that are related to ethnic textiles of the three tribes. Second major building is the Pocket Library and Administration Building. This is a two-story building that houses Pocket Library, administration, and other department offices. Attached with this building is the clinic. Although these three types of spaces are located in one building, their spaces are not directly accessible to each other. The divided adjacency is visible in its plans. And the third major building, is the training school and dormitory building. The largest among the three major buildings is the Building 5, which is this building, that houses the training school, dormitory, and manufacturing area. Like Building 4, the major spaces of Building 5 are not directly accessible to each other in order to maintain the exclusivity of each spaces. Among the three major spaces in the building, the hallway and lobby of the training school are the only open space or the only space open to public viewing. This is where the reflective glass or two-way glass is incorporated so that the students inside the room will not be disturbed despite the visitors watching them weave. Now, ending this study, we can conclude that the proposed innovation complex for Philippine ethnic textile is a project proposal that is studied in order to meet the project goals and objectives stated in the proposal. The concerns that the tribes are facing in relation to their ethnic textiles has been addressed by this project. After this study, I have also formed recommendations for the future researchers who might want to consider projects related to this topic. Here are the recommendations. First is having a further research regarding the present situation of Philippine ethnic textiles, and it is advisable and it must be determined by the experts of the field that may help improve the research. Second is engineering translations and calculations made by experts of the field are recommended in order to develop the engineering design and construction of the project proposal itself. The further study and analysis regarding the specifications, costing, and financial aspects are recommended for the improvement of the proposal. It is recommended to have an in-depth research regarding the ethnic textile weaving culture in order to improve the study. And here ends my discussion for this project. Thank you very much and God bless.